Good looking squat by Lane Norton. Certainly strong now. Misses it too. Bar is loaded for Lane Norton on platform 2.
Come on! Let's go. Come on.
73, 260 kilos. Alex Sydor, this is good.
Let's go! Everything the same, don't change a thing. Let's go! Go, Ryan!
Let's go!
Come on, Alex!
Squat!
That's a good lift for Sam on platform 2. And a good lift for Alex on the Alex.
Let's go!
Come on, Lee. Start! Press! Back!
Alex Sydor is That's a good lift for Ryan Carter.
Nice and tight, lock it up! Come on, Alex!
Michael Duranzo is next on 2. His weight will be 363.
Press!
Alex says there's no dice. Take it away, boys. Anthony Perkins is next on 3 this morning.
Power close!
Oh, he's 622. That's a good lift on 2 for Nicholas. Raise the bar on 2 to 628 for Ryan Carter. And that is a good opener for Alex.
Great shot.
We have a battle between Alex Sydor and Tyler Hine for the 83 juniors. Sydor is attempting a 683.
Come on!
Alright guys, so that was my Powerlifting America Junior Nationals meet recap. And I'm going to try to keep this clip not too long. And also I don't want to make too many cuts, but I just want to give you guys, I guess, an overview of my thoughts on the meet and just overall just like going into Worlds. So, I mean, that's first, we could say that. I was lucky enough to get an alternate spot for the 83 kg junior class for IPF Worlds for representing Team United States. And I was obviously disappointed in my performance. I was happy on the day just because I was hitting the numbers that I hit in training, and obviously the last deadlift got away from me, but all the numbers I took for squat were pretty conservative. I had probably 2.5 more, maybe 5, but probably 5 was pushing it. But I had 2.5 more. Bench should have called a different attempt for one. I should have called 155 for bench, and for deadlift that was to pull for 735 and tied Connor on body weight because I had a lower body weight, and then he would have to force to pull 737.5 or 740, whatever he had to pull, like 312 to 310 to 312, whatever it was for him, and it would just put more pressure on him. But once I missed that third, he had to, he already won the meet. But yeah, in the moment, I wasn't too, I guess, upset. But after looking back on it, I was upset on not on my strength, just on on my technique and on certain things for the lifts that I'm like, wow, I've been doing this. I could be doing this so much better. And I'm upset. And I already talked to John about it. And we fixed a lot of things literally the day after the meet. So my headspace is a lot better. I was not even that mad. It's just I know I'm just capable of so much more. And I've had to talk with a few people just about the performance, and them saying I haven't added a single kilo since last year, which is true. But there's so many variables to put in that, but I'm just not gonna even say those because it doesn't even matter. They literally just don't even matter, because variables happen in everybody's lives, everybody's training. So I feel like those things don't need to be addressed because they just don't even matter. But if we want to go over a recap, squats went decent. I failed 280 a week out, and yeah, squats have just not been feeling the best going into the meet. I had 270 2 weeks out, and then I went for 280, and it was a large jump, and squat tech was just not on point in the prep. Squat feeling strong was good, but technique just was not there, so we fixed a few things. Bench has been feeling very strong, as I said, but just wasn't there on the day, which is fine. And then for deadlift, going forward, just have to lock in the grip, but also fix the starting positioning, because I feel, because when I talked to John about this, whenever I pull, I overgrip the bar, especially in my overhand. So I overgrip it, and the bar always slides down, and I always thought this was just like a me problem. And I would pull it, and then I failed, I think 6 or 7 weeks out, I failed a 300 kilo deadlift, and I saw this huge space, and I'm like, why is that? That shouldn't be happening. The chalk is bad. I was blaming it on things that didn't even make any sense. I was like, why is there no chalk here? Because it was sliding down. And then I was I finally realized after the meet, and John told me, you're gripping the bar way too high on your hand, and then your grip strength isn't there. It's at the bottom of not at the bottom of your fingers, but at the bottom of your palm. So that's where the bar should lie. And then when I go into deadlift this past Wednesday, as you guys will see in the next video, for the start of the actual series, I'm pulling the bar and it's not moving from that area. And I always look at my hands after and I check, and I'm like, oh, it should be lying right there, and it shouldn't move from that position. But what was happening at the meet and at previous pulls, I was gripping the bar way too high that it would slide down, and then I would lose it. And obviously I'm fine to do that with 270 to 300 to even 305, which I didn't post about it on my Instagram. I have my post, but I pulled 305 with overgripping the bar, and I held it. But then on 310, my positioning was slightly off, and it was just a little too much on the day, because my grip is very strong for my deadlift, but it's just the positioning of where I held it just needed to be fixed. So I'm happy I finally got that addressed. Me and John had a great call after the meet, and I'm like, it's like 8:30 in the morning right now, 8:45, and I'm just so excited to train today. And yeah, I mean, just for the future, I'm just like fixing this, and I'm just like, I just see the potential of what I have. And it's not even getting past that 781 I did in the gym, because I can't even count that as a PR because of just certain circumstances of like that bench just won't even count because of bench depth now and certain things. But it's like I'm seeing so far past that, and I know I'm so much more capable of more than 780. And just numbers are numbers. I just want to personally, just how I performed, I just know I'm capable of so much more. So that's what these next 13 weeks are about. Well, now 12, because I compete Friday, September 1st, and it's crazy that I have the date. Well, it's not crazy that I have the date already, but that's the day I compete, Friday, September 1st, and I'm already like envisioning that day in my head. I'm already like looking forward to that day, but also like we have 3 blocks to get there. There's so much work, and I'm just so happy because recently, when I started working with John, we do 4-week blocks, and in the past I used to do 5 to 6. I think I used to get up to 6 weeks. So just adjusting to that was a whole nother thing as well. But we have 3 4-week blocks, and the momentum that we have to bring into these next, like this next block and then also the next 2 is just gonna be insane. And I already like I'm setting myself up for like just as best as I can. And yeah, I mean there's nothing really much else to say besides there's nothing to blame on my performance. There really is. Now, only thing I can do from now until Romania is just fix everything that needs to be fixed. I know I'm very strong, and not to sound like cocky or anything, but I know I'm a very strong individual and 83 kilo lifter, and I just need to show that on the platform, and I need to show it in training first, because I feel like sometimes I can not lie to myself in training, but I'm like, I should just be a lot stronger. I should be not squatting 270 for my singles, 2 weeks out. That squat should be 285 to 287 to 290, and then my last single should be around that 290 to 295 range. And you guys are gonna see that this prep, and I'm really excited for it. It's week 1 right now, so you guys will see this on the Sunday video, but we got some interesting stuff for this block, and I'm excited for it. People always ask me, am I going up a weight class? And I guess to settle this here, because I think I had a podcast about it, but I don't think I don't know if I posted. I think I posted it. I might not have posted it on Instagram, but there's so much unfinished business I have in 83, and I'm not trying to say that because I feel like I'm going for something that's unachievable. Like, I'm going for something it's way too achievable. It's way too achievable that if I don't achieve it, there's like no purpose of not of me, but like it's so achievable in my mind that the only thing limiting is my mind. There's nothing else limiting me. So when people keep limiting me to my 83 kg class and my performances, it's kind of frustrating. Not really, because I don't really give a shit, but people are like, when you go in 93, like, dude, I get up to 195 body weight and I feel like shit. And obviously I'm not eating the best, but there's reason, like, once I get to 195, 200, it's too much for my frame and for my genetics and how I am right now. Like, my capability is in the 83 kg class for now, because I definitely believe in 2 to 3 years when I gain more muscle, I'm going to be at 93. But as of right now and how I'm eating and my current diet, and my body weight, I currently weigh 185 to 186 in the morning. I'm super light, and I feel the best I ever have. It's just it's just feeling good, and then feeling good in the gym, and I feel really good in the gym. And then now the last piece is body weight, feeling good, and then connecting that to my technique on squat, bench, deadlift. And that's really all it is. And then showing that strength on the platform. It's like connecting the puzzles, connecting the dots together. So that's all that's left to do. And we're going to handle some unfinished business we have in Romania in 12 weeks now. Keep saying 13, in 12 weeks now. There's a lot of unfinished business. And another thing, post this meet, has been the best I ever felt, like post meet, I guess. After Romania, I mean after Turkey, well, let's say after Junior Nationals last year. You know, well, coming after that 781, I was feeling good. I got the pec injury, and then like I got demoralized. You know, like morals were low. Everything, energy was low. It just sucked. Squat and deadlift didn't started going like not that. Squat and deadlift started taking a shitter, so I was like not feeling greatest. And then into the meet, I wasn't feeling good. I still put up 722 and a half, which was this year, but just like my body was like at its limit. Like for this past meet, I knew I was capable of so much more, and that's just like the not the problem, but like I guess that's like the bright side. Where that day at PA Nationals, I was like capped out. PA Junior Nationals last year, I was capped. Like, yeah, it was just like a cap. And then the bench rule came in, and then I had to switch things. So after Turkey, I was like not very motivated. I was super motivated going to Turkey. I think I'm going to be a lot more motivated going to Romania. But, you know, seeing the nominations and still coming off the bench injury, I was like, I'm going to place fifth to seventh. That's just how it's going to be. There's no like, I'm probably not going to increase my total much from 720 to 730. Like, I don't think I can get back to 781. And then my squat and deadlift just took a lot of time to return. And then I started having grip issues on deadlift. And also I was self-coached. But prep went okay for Turkey. It was not terrible. It just was unique in its own ways. And just going through injury has fucking taught me a lot. Especially just the pec injury. It was such a specialized like place. And squat and deadlift took a lot of time to return. But eventually it did return, and I squatted 285 a week out, and then I fucking blew my hamstring a week out. And I'm like thinking, I'm just like, damn, what could I have squatted if I didn't do that? But that's besides the point. And I'm honestly happy I didn't squat anything more. I mean, I wish I would have, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and God has a plan for all of us. So coming after Turkey, I was like, I mean, well, the next meet to set my sight on is open, and I was like 24 weeks out. But I was, you know, still training for it, but I was still just like eating whatever, you know, just kind of fucking around. Not fucking around, just like, I'm still training hard. I always train hard, but just like, you don't have all aspects of your life dialed in, especially on the competition. And then after open, and after that one, like just the fucking, just what I've been through. It's just like, it's just crazy to me. I'm just like, wow, I had food poisoning, and I felt like shit, and not saying 690 is good. It was terrible by all means, but I'm like, wow, I can still do this on this day. I'm capable of so much more. And then still with Junior Nationals, I'm capable of so much more. And I really locked in my diet. And I went down from like 191 to like 187 going into Arizona. And I was like, wow, this is me like locked into my diet. On my training, I was locked in. And the only thing that lasts to lock in is just my efforts in the gym, which is just like my technique. And that's really it. In my mind, and that's really the last piece of the puzzle. So that's what we're gonna do, and that's for the next 13 weeks. That's basically all there's left to do. And I after Arizona, I was like happy. You know, I was like, you know, it's whatever. And then after I got the spot, I was extremely happy. And I was like, getting that spot last year, I was like, you know. It was great, but I was like, I'm most likely not gonna beat Sean. I'm not gonna beat Nathan. I'm not gonna beat Nick. I'm not gonna beat Edo. Like, I was like, you know, it is what it is. But this year, I was just like, when I got that spot, I was like, they don't even know. Like my nominated total is 722 and a half, and I'm just like, they don't even know. They just don't even know. And I hope my competitors do some good research about my training, because they just don't even know. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all that's left to say. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My thoughts. There really wasn't much to say. But just get ready for Romania and stay tuned for the series, because I am very excited. I'm going to try to keep it very, like, not brief, but like, it's going to be longer videos because I'm trying to do once a week. But if I could start pumping them out twice a week, I will absolutely be doing that. But right now, my schedule is going to be every Sunday. I will be posting a Road to Junior Worlds video. And that's just how it's going to be because I just don't want to feel too overwhelmed. And then if I start like, oh, I have a lot of time and I'm, I have a lot of free time, I'm going to start posting like Sunday and Thursday or Sunday and Wednesday. But right now, I like keeping the entire week, 1 week together. And that's how my training weeks go. I start on Monday and I end on Saturday. So Sunday is a perfect day to post it. And yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I'm very excited. So today's week 1 and we have squat double, bench single, and then deadlift pause triple. I'm just so excited and I'm happy I don't feel like burnt out after Arizona. Like I feel like I have a lot of I have the most momentum personally going into Worlds for myself. I don't know how other competitors feel. Obviously, it was awesome competing against Connor. And also, more to touch on that, I had Connor ranked a lot lower than he came in at. So he squatted 260. I had him squat at 245, 247 and a half. And when he blew 15 kilos more than that, I was like, this is going to be a battle. And I didn't even look at what he squatted until deadlifts. Actually, I didn't even look what he squatted until after the meet. And I just have to keep that same mindset because when you're competing, you don't want to focus on the other lifters. You want to just focus on yourself because that's really what matters. And then obviously by deadlift, you can start looking at what happened. But when he squatted 260, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight, and it's gonna be really hard for me to win just because I was taking conservative attempts. And I don't know if it would have changed anything. If I saw 260, I might have put in 275. I'm not sure, but I have to take consideration that my handler was Susie Gary, which is basically the best handler in the world. Susie, Matt wasn't there, but she took very good care of me. And I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should have like looked at the scoreboard and I'm like, all right, like, yeah, put in 275, like, yeah, put in 155, because then I could have gotten an extra 2.5. It is what it is. That's hindsight's 2020. But I'll definitely keep that in consideration because in the past meets, I would always be looking at the scoreboard. I'd be like, what is everyone doing? I'm like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You got to just take what's there on the day. But he definitely exceeded my expectations on that day. So congrats to him. He deserved it. With Ken, it's unfortunate what happened to him. I hope he's feeling better. And yeah, I'm fucking excited. There's nothing else to say. I'm fucking excited to go to Junior Worlds. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to go to Junior Worlds, especially in the same position as last year. But there's way too many people to prove wrong, and that's all that's left to be done. So thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys that watched this video and to the end. It means the world to me. Stay tuned for this next series, and yeah, let's fucking do it.